This video is sponsored by Simply Carbon Fiber. What is going on, everyone? My name is Jason, and this is iOS 16 1 week later. Okay, so it's official, iOS 16 is coming later this year, and we are finally getting some big and meaningful changes to the iPhone's operating system. Apple's most recent keynote went over all the major upgrades that will be coming in September of this year, but rather than waiting until then, I went ahead and downloaded the beta version of iOS 16, and I've been using it for about a week now. And I want to give you a hands-on preview of how the future of this OS is going to look like, while also talking about some of my favorite features up to this point. Now, it's important to note that this is the beta version of the software, not necessarily the finalized product, so there may be some minor changes by the time this hits in September. Also, if you're wondering how you could download the beta version onto your device, first you're going to need a developer's license to do so. I'll leave a link to a video that walks you through the process in case you're interested. Now, the first major change that iOS 16 brings to the table are some much needed upgrades around the messaging app, so let's start there. If you're the king of autocorrect fails like I am, you can rejoice because iOS 16 finally gives you the ability to edit your text after they've been sent. All you have to do is long press on the message and you'll see that you get more options than before, one of them being edit. All you have to do is click on it, then revise the text as needed, and once you're good to go, just press the check button and your message will be updated. Now, if you make a major mistake like accidentally sending a text to your boss that was intended for your significant other, true story by the way, absolute nightmare, it's all good because iOS 16 has your back with a new feature called Undo Send. And it's super straightforward, just long press on the message and click on Undo Send, and poof, it's like it never happened. Plus, you gotta love Apple with their minor details. I mean, look at how nice this animation is with the undo send. It's really well done. And again, this is a super useful feature that they made super easy to use. Now, it is important to note two things. If the recipient of these messages is not on an iPhone that's running iOS 16, any edits or undo sends are not gonna work. They're gonna see the originals and there's nothing you can really do about it. And number two, there is a fuse on your ability to edit or undo send a message. You got 15 minutes to make these changes, after which it stays on the record. Now, you can also quickly mark any messages you have as unread by swiping right and pressing the button here, which can be super useful if you're managing a butt ton of texts. And let's say that you deleted some messages that suddenly become super important. You can revive them in this new recently deleted folder as long as they're not older than 30 days deleted. Now, it's only been a week, but man, these features have come in clutch already a ton, as texting is my main way of communicating these days. And even though these changes aren't super flashy, they're ultra functional and do add a lot of value to the user experience. Now, before we get into the most visually noticeable upgrade to iOS 16, the new customizable lock screen, I want to give a big shout out to today's video sponsor, Simply Carbon Fiber. Simply Carbon Fiber is known for its wide array of accessories that are perfect for your everyday carry. And one of the most popular items is the Real Carbon Fiber Cash and Card Slim Wallet. Now, I'm one of those people that hates having a lot of stuff crammed into my pockets when I'm on the move, so this minimalist wallet has been absolutely perfect for me for a variety of reasons. First and foremost, it's insanely lightweight. As the name suggests, this is legit real carbon fiber, not the fake stuff that so many others use. So this thing only weighs 18 grams and it's as light as a feather in my pocket and super comfortable to carry around. Moreover, the finish on this is incredible. It's got a really stealthy, sleek aesthetic that looks super clean, and it can hold up to 6 cards and 20 bills, which is pretty impressive given its slim profile, so it's highly functional as well. It has this nice notch cutout to get quick access to the cards that you need. It blocks RFID to keep your cards safe. And this is aerospace grade carbon fiber here, so it's extremely sturdy despite it being super lightweight. I'm not even joking, every time I take this out to pay for something, I get asked where I got it, so if you guys are interested in snagging one up for yourself, Simply Carbon Fiber is hooking you guys up with a sweet deal. Just use the link in the description down below and use code JSL10 at checkout, and you'll get 10% off your order. Find out why everyone is trying to get their hands on this modern wallet. Check out Simply Carbon Fiber today. Okay, let's get into the biggest and what'll likely go down as the most popular changes that come with iOS 16, and that's the new features tied to the lock screen. So the iPhone has had the same plain vanilla lock screen for the longest time, and honestly, it always felt like an afterthought more than it was ever a feature of the phone, so this overhaul is exciting, no doubt about it, but honestly, it's kind of way overdue. That said, the first major update to the lock screen with iOS 16 is that you have the ability to do some customization to it. For example, you have different font and color options you can adjust by tapping on the time box. It's only 6 different choices for the font, but you can really dial in the color you want, which is nice. You could also semi-customize the top date banner and integrate some stock widgets that come on the iPhone, like adding calendar updates or weather information. And below that, you now have a full row that you can dedicate to other widgets for another layer of customization. Some of the widgets are your standard iPhone app icon size, while others take up a little bit more real estate, but you can add, remove, and move them around that row however you'd like, so long as it doesn't exceed the space that you're given. Now, in addition to the customization, Apple really beefed up the amount of stock wallpapers that iOS comes with, and not only do they look super nice, a lot of them come with a certain amount of customability as well. Some notable ones that I've enjoyed is the weather lock screen that actually animates the weather conditions of a certain location, and there is a little animation every time you engage the screen, which is a nice touch. Apple also has this really cool feature where if you use your own photo as a lock screen and the picture has some primary subject that has a certain amount of depth to it, it automatically puts it in front of the time to make for a more dynamic look. Doesn't always work, and sometimes it just completely blocks out the time, which isn't ideal, but when it gets it right, it does look pretty dope. The astronomy wallpapers are much improved, and this Earth one makes for a really cool transition when you unlock the phone. Probably the one that surprised me the most is the emoji one. I thought I'd never use this, but you can choose multiple different emojis that turn into a pretty dope looking mosaic, and there's multiple different layers to choose from. It's a lot more fun than I thought it would be. You can also set multiple different lock screens now and switch between them really easily, which is awesome. The notifications come up from the bottom of the screen now in a more organized manner, which I find more accessible. And I gotta say, messing around with all you could do with the lock screen is pretty fun. Now, as nice as it is, this is a fantastic illustration of what many people refer to as the walled garden of Apple. The amount of customization they give you here is pretty minor and highly controlled. But ultimately, this is an important step in the right direction, in my opinion. Okay, so iOS 16 has so much more to offer, but for the sake of time, I'm just gonna go over two more features which I feel really illustrates how powerful this software is, and let's start with the ability to make stickers. So if you take or took a picture on your phone that again has some primary subject and a certain amount of depth separation to it, you can very quickly mask out the main focal point and share it as a text or file. Now look, I'm not sure if this is going to be anything more than a gimmick feature that many people aren't going to really use, but dude, it's pretty impressive that iOS can quickly and quite accurately mask edit with the touch of a finger. All you have to do is long press on the focal point of an image and iOS 16 will see if it can mask it out. And again, look at the animation here with the glowing line around the subject. Gotta love these minor details. And if the image could be masked, you get an option to copy or share. And these stickers are pretty fun to share via text, and it definitely makes it easier to memify something. And if you're in the world of YouTube where a dumb looking facial expression is paramount to a good clickbaity thumbnail, it just got way easier to do. Again, not sure if this is going to be a major feature of iOS 16 or just flame out as a nothing burger, but it is pretty cool for the here and now. And that brings me to the last feature that again really flexes the muscles of iOS 16, and that's the ability to have live text on video. So low-key, one of the iPhone's best features is its ability to lift text from images and immediately digitize them to be copied or shared. It's incredible how quickly and accurately it can do this, and it has crazy utility. And with iOS 16, you now have the ability to do the same thing, but not with just still images, but in video as well. If you pause on any text that comes out clear enough on a piece of video footage, you can press this button here, it'll isolate the text, and it'll give you the same ability to highlight it, copy, and paste it. And it even provides some additional baked-in information related to what it thinks might be relevant to the data that you just collected. For your iPhone to process all that data in almost an instant is representative of just how beastly something like the A15 Bionic is. And I can see this feature being quite useful in a variety of different applications, as taking video has become more and more commonplace with the iPhone user experience. Okay, again, there is a lot more to iOS 16 than what I just covered, but these are the features that have stood out to me the most over the past week. Let me know what questions that you guys have that I can help answer, and let me know what you guys think about this upgrade. Are you excited about it, or do you think it's kind of meh? Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments down below. Okay, that's about it for this review. Don't forget to leave me a thumbs up if you guys found it useful. Again, I'd really appreciate it. Check out these other reviews if you're looking for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one.